everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're watching this, I am sure you have already subscribed to my channel, liked this video because it's going to be good, and followed me on all my social medias, but I'm going to put them right here just in case. So let's get into this video. I got conned when I was looking for a job. I had just finished high school. I had moved into my aunt's house in Nairobi, and that is in Nairobi, Kenya, for those who don't know. But yes, I had moved into my aunt's house, and I was looking for a job because you know how good it is to spend your own money than actually spend someone else's money. Yeah, so I decided to get myself a job. And so what I did, I went ahead online and I looked for OLX. OLX is a trading company, I think, for like you can buy stuff off of it. And but this time around I went to OLX jobs because I realized there were people who actually posted jobs on there. So I went on there, looked for a job, and I got one. So I was also cross-reading from the newspapers as well. So I went ahead on the newspapers and I also looked for this job on the newspaper. And I actually came across one particular job that kept popping up on all the newspapers that I kept reading for that week. And it was like an NGO type of job, like they needed reception for a contract type of job. And I was like, I could do that. You know, how hard could it be? Because I was part-time working at my aunt's school as a receptionist. So I was like, how hard could it actually be, you know? So I went ahead and applied for this, and there was no way to apply for this, which I did not think was sketchy, but it was just contacting a phone number. So I went ahead and contacted a phone number, and this NGO did not have a name of any kind. Like it was just like a foreigner was coming to build up an NGO and start off something like that. And for me, it felt genuine. So I went ahead and applied for that job, and shock on me later, there was no job. But so I went ahead and applied for it, like called this person, texted this person and called them, but they never like used to pick up the calls, which I also didn't think, because I was like, maybe it's a work phone and you can just send like messages, which I now rethink after I said that was stupid. So I sent messages and I was like, yeah, I need to apply for this job. I saw it listed, and what is the deal with it? So they're like, oh yeah, you just need your ID and to be over 18 to qualify. And it was like, we're gonna send you an application letter and whatever, just give us an email address that works. So I gave them my email address. I did not receive any application letter or anything like that, but they were like, give me all your information. I gave this man my information, and I was like, and he waited for a while. Okay, this person, let me call this man Mark. So Mark waited for a while and finally contacted me, like I think a week later, and he was like, oh yeah, you got the job. So what we need for the job is like regular medical checkups and regular like physical checkups, but I can waive all that off if you send me like 1,200 Kenyan shillings, so I can write it off and I can go and get this immunization records. I'm like, how are you gonna? Now that I rethink it, I'm like, was he going to get my immunization records if I wasn't there physically, you know? So he was like, yeah. And I was so desperate. I really wanted a job. So I didn't really rethink all these things that this guy was telling me. So there I went, sent the 1,200 Kenyan shillings and waited. So when I waited, they were like, okay, so now that you have been accepted to work on this job, you're going to start on Monday. And this was like, I think on a Thursday or something like that. So on that Thursday, he was texting me and he was telling me that, okay, so now we are going to need a badge for you so that you can be able to come into the building and whatever. And we're going to compensate you for all the transportation fees that you accumulate as you come to work. And we will need money for that badge. So he was like, okay, for that money for that badge, I'm going to need like $500 shillings. Sorry, I'm gonna confuse the dollars and the shillings. So it's like 500 shillings, and we can process the badge. I was like, oh, okay. let me send the 500. I sent the 500 shillings. Okay, waited. On Friday, he came up with this, like, there were paperwork that were missing, and some type of story that you're under the ages of working, and they needed to process some paperwork or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, because I had never had a job, like applied for a job, and I didn't know what was the process, and I didn't think about myself, like, why hasn't this person called me to get this information, or emailed me, or and he had lied. I don't know what he lied the company was, but he gave me some company name that I would later find out was like a food place or a food storage place or something he read off the magazine on that day. So I was like, okay, let me just go with the flow. I'm getting a job. How much will I lose actually? And he was like, okay, the salary was going to be like 15,000 shillings. And I was like, 15,000 shillings, that's a lot of money for a month, and that's a lot of money for a week, because I wasn't paying nothing. And I was like, okay, yeah. So I sent him the money. I think I ended up sending him money by Friday. By the end of Friday, I had ended up sending him almost 5,000 Kenyan shillings. So, and I had just been sent money, but my mom had just sent me money, so I used that money to send this person. And actually, during that time, I had wanted to join school, so my grandmother had sent me school fees money that I needed to use for my school. Okay, now y'all know where this is going. Oh yeah, I used my school fees money. Yep. So I was so excited. I told my cousin this, and I was like, you're gonna take me to this bus station, because I wasn't really familiar with the station or whatever, but they had transportation from work and back home. So that was like, I was like, it was too good to be true, but the stupid me believed that. Just like, how bad could it be? I'm like getting a job and whatever. I don't know why my camera looks tilted. So okay, much better. So yes, I went ahead and told my cousin, and I told them to drop me off in the CBD in Nairobi for me to be able to go to this job. I was all dressed up. I got new clothes. I was so dressed up. I was ready. I was excited. I did not sleep that night to Monday morning. Monday morning, I woke up. He was like, okay, there's gonna be a special bus waiting for y'all at the stage is called Kencom. She's like, okay, there's a special bus that carries all the people that have applied and all the people who are coming to work there, and they're gonna all be in that bus. So be early and get the bus. So it was like, he told me to be there like around 8. It's like 6 hours in the traffic from Waiyaki Way going to town. And I was like, yes, let's get it. I'm excited. My cousin's like, my elder cousin who was helping me go used to work like across Kencom, like somewhere across Kencom. So he was close by, so he knew where it was. So he took me there, dropped me off there. I was like, okay, text me if anything changes and whatever. So I just stood there, and then I was like, okay, I'm here. What color is the bus and whatever, and how do I know this is the bus? He's like, you're gonna know it. He sent me some fake ass license plate number. I was looking at all the green buses that came to that stage for that license plate number. I looked, I waited and waited, and then it got from like 7, I was there like 7:30 so I can be early, and then it got to 8, nothing, 9, nothing, 10. This guy texts me and tells me, oh, you were left by the bus. How did the bus leave you? Oh, you were left by the bus, but I'm on my way to work as well, but I can come and pick you up with an Uber. And I'm like, okay, yeah, so what do you want me to do? It's like, okay, so what you can do is just send me 2,000 shillings, and I will get there. I will get there on time so we can get there for your orientation, whatever. So I was so blinded because I was so eager to get this job. I sent this man 2,000 shillings. Okay, waited for another hour. another 2 hours. It was now 12. I was standing and waiting from 7 o'clock to 12 noon. And then this guy texts me again and tells me, oh, my car broke down and I'm not gonna be able to come. So now it hit me that he had scammed me off of my money after he had done taking like 15,000 shillings plus from me. You know, it was like, and then now he's like, oh, send me money so I can get some gas and I can come for you. And then now I was like, you know what, you lying piece of shit. Send me back my money. I was so frustrated. I was so annoyed. I called my cousin. I was like, you know what, I got corned. And he was like, okay, come to my workplace and let's talk about this. I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. I just want you to help me get my money back, because I thought that, like, you know, like I would file for something, like get my money back, you know, because I had lost like 15,000 Kenyan shillings, and that's a lot of money, you know. And I lost my whole paycheck for the month. Shit. And there was no job. So I got frustrated. I was really frustrated. I was just like, how stupid could I be? But this is Nairobi. That was Nairobi, and you have to be sharp, you know. You can't take nothing from, you just don't read. And I was so eager, you know. Things come at their own time, like, and I learned that the hard way. So I know there's a lot of shortage of works and like shortage of jobs and stuff like that, employment. So please do not fall on these traps that I fell into, this trap, because I really needed a job, you know. Check, do your research. Let them call you. Ask for a physical work email, you know, like something that is actually proof to support that it's actually a genuine type of job, you know. And trust you me, the ad that I saw on the newspaper still kept on being on the newspaper for a couple of months, a couple of years, still on the newspaper, because this person, and still the same number. So I used to text the same number, but I think he blocked me. But I was so texting and abusing. I was sending all this backlashes. But did I get my money? Nope. Did I have any proof? Nope. Did I know the name of the managing director? Nope. Did I know the second name of Mark? Nope. Lost my money. So yeah. Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. This was my porn story. And give me a thumbs up. Give me all my sad faces for losing my money. Subscribe to my channel and tell me what you want to see next, what you want to hear next, what story you want, what do you want me to do, what type of entertainment do you want me to bring forth, and I will do that. So till I see you next time, please go ahead and subscribe, follow my channels, and let's interact on there, because I'm normally on my social media, so we can talk about anything. And send me an email, shoot me an email. I've had a couple of people who send me messages on my Instagram and on my Facebook, and I don't know how, but my Facebook and my Instagram name are the same, but people have added me on Snapchat and Instagram. So if you haven't yet added me on Snapchat, go ahead and add me, and I want us to get to 150 subscribers. So if you can do that, I would love that. So if there's anything else you want to hear from me, go ahead and send me a message, shoot me a message, send me a love, tell me what you want to know, and I'll come back with another video. See you next time. Bye bye.